All right, Gene.
Oh, wow. Well, so far, very happy with the results of the songwriting challenge. I just meant it as kind of like almost like a fitness apparatus, just to use it as a mirror and see what see what it can do for you. So one of my main attributes here as a songwriter, probably the main one, is that I'm just really consistent. And it's amazing what results will come from just being consistent at anything. Even if you're not talented or particularly great at, just be consistent at it, and it's interesting. So what I did was I opened up a Word document and I dropped the challenge in on page 1, and then I added to one page below that, and I put the first challenge on that page. Write a Christmas song for extra difficulty, a serious one. And I put one challenge on each page all the way down 6 pages. And this is just sitting on my desktop. And almost every day I would just open it up and scroll down and hit and I'd just look at one and I'd go, what can I add to this? Or does anything come to mind, or free associate or whatever? And then I'd go to the next one and go to the next. I did it almost every day. I would say probably 4 out of 5 days the time that we were out. And well, here's what I came up with for the first one. This is a Christmas song, and it turned out to be a serious one. I thought for sure it was going to be funny. I wanted to write a song, and take down my nemesis at Christmas time, which is the Little Drummer Boy. Not my favorite Christmas song. And then it turned out to be a serious song. So you tell me what you think. Hush now, little drummer boy, give that drum a rest. Newborns don't need drummer boys, new moms even less. I'm sure you're a real good drummer boy, but right now take a seat. Something beautiful is happening, and it already has a beat. Hush down, all you wise men, give your heads a rest. Newborns don't need wise men, new moms even less. I'm sure you're a real good wise man, but right now take a break. Something beautiful is happening, don't get in its way. Don't steal him for your stories, your fame or power plays. Something beautiful is happening, don't get in its way. Hush now, all you preachers, give your books a rest. Newborns don't need preachers, new moms even less. Sometimes the simplest messages are the hardest ones to take. Something beautiful is happening, don't get in its way. Something beautiful is happening right now, don't get in its way.
I like that one, Gene.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
That was really beautiful. Yeah.
Not sure how serious it was, Gene. I was
I thought it was serious.
Well, it's a relevant, pretty relevant message. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Well, to a crazy atheist like Gus, it probably was funny.
I I just like that drummer boy thing there. They don't need you, boy.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you
They can
just
see.
delivered a baby and you think, yeah, I need a drum solo right now. Yeah. So then I went down to Almost Ready, which I put in the... I was just letting random ideas pop into my head, and I would just write them on the little document that I had started about the songwriting challenge, and I deliberately tried not to think about them. Like if something would occur to me, I just put it in there. Like I wanted it to be as much of a surprise on myself as I could, given that I'm thinking of them. And Almost Ready was just an idea in my song idea file. I had nothing. I had no lyrics at all except that. I'm just almost ready. So this is what I call a list song. I have a bunch of them, so this was easy to write at first, and then I just started tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. We'll see what happens. I'm almost ready to roll a joint. I'm almost ready to flip a coin. I'm almost ready to make my point. I'm almost ready, almost. I'm almost ready to make my move. I'm almost ready to tell the truth. I'm almost ready to find my groove. I'm almost ready, almost. I'm almost ready to call it quits. I'm almost ready to throw a fit. I'm almost ready, this is it. I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready, I'm almost sure. I'm almost ready to take the cure. I'm almost ready to be all yours. I'm almost ready, almost. I'm almost ready to start right here. I'm almost ready to face my fear. I'm almost ready to get in gear. I'm almost ready, almost. I'm almost ready to smoke that joint. I'm almost ready to flip that coin. I'm almost ready to make that point. I'm almost ready, almost. Almost. Almost.
That's another good one. Yeah, two solid songs out of that.
Mind if I can I do one more?
We want to do that one.
Can we do that one with you?
Can we do that one? Can we do that
Can
one?
we do it with you?
Can we
You mean
do that
cover
one?
it? Sure. Hell yeah.
No, 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 no. Let them do it with you.
Well, we'll see. I like that tune a lot.
We were singing harmony with you. It sounded really good.
Forever in the same room. Can I
You
go
said
on,
you got
Steve?
one,
Yeah, me too.
Can I do one more? we had some short ones earlier.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Just briefly here, number 3, this from the perspective of an animal, which I've done a few times. I couldn't come up with shit. I just was like, if God was a cat, we'd all be in trouble. That's as far as I got. So when I went on to number, I didn't come up with just some dead ends. Write a song that's different from everything you've ever written in a couple of ways. I wrote down no rhymes, new rhythm, new subject, key change, and 10 chords. And I haven't done any of them. I fully plan. I'm still on the challenge. I want to do them by the end of the year or whatever. But eventually, I'm just showing you. I'm sharing the ones that worked. Song about that food is featured prominently. Just a bunch of dead ends.
Can I do 3?
Just mute yourselves, guys. Nothing. So I couldn't come up with anything. I had some real dead ends about food. And then my first time being old is probably the one that I worked on the most. It's let me just get my key set here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this one was the hardest one for sure, and I wasn't sure it was going to be anything. I just started with lyrics that came to mind, and I started working on stuff, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll steer it towards being something I've never written before, like when it came time to really fit the music together, or I thought, I didn't know, but it ended up being one of the first, the song about a first. And yeah, I think it came from initially, I saw, I don't know if you guys caught, Billie Eilish was hosting Saturday Night Live a few weeks ago, and she was really, really good host. I mean, usually when they have a musician be the host or an actor be the host, the show is almost always not that funny unless that actor is someone who's really funny, like Tom Hanks or Alec Baldwin or somebody like that. And I thought, oh great, they gave it to the young prodigy songwriter or whatever. And she was fantastic. She was funny and just a natural comedian and host. But I didn't really care for the music that much. I could tell that she has a good voice and her brother's a good guitar player, and it was really pretty. But it just the subject matter of all that angst of being a young, fabulously wealthy, famous singer. It just didn't. I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's good for you and your fans and everything, but it's just not my. I don't care about that stuff anymore. So I think that's the seed of this thing. You're high on fame, you're wasted on youth, musical beds and the triangulation blues, the ins and outs of love, the smooth versus the rough. I used to be into all of that stuff too. The roller coaster slide, rolling all the time, all the loop-de-loops that keep young love alive. Biology sure helps, the drama plays itself. From up here on the shelf, it's just a ride. It's my first time being old, it's your first time being young. I've been down the road, you have just begun. But we're all doing things that we have never done. Forgive me being old, and I'll forgive you being young. Sorry if your heartaches seem to pass me by. I've been married longer than you've been agonies of youth, the door versus the roof. All of that is proof of what I've left behind. It's my first time being old, it's your first time being young. I've been down the road that you have just begun. We're all doing things that we have never done. Forgive me being old, I'll forgive you being young. Cheers and celebrations trail behind you now. Stories will be told of what you did and how. The stories wither fast, soon your best is past. The emptiness is vast and hunts you down. So make a little room for the older, wiser you, who has to learn from all the stupid things you do. There's no such thing as closure, nothing's ever over. Open every folder to the new. It's my first time being old, it's your first time being young. I've been down that road, you have just begun. But we're all doing things that we have never done. Forgive me being old, I'll forgive you being young. Something like that.
Bravo. Bravo, bravo.
Nice song.
Thank you guys.
That was
I'm
good.
still working out the
Bravo.
chorus.
That was good.
All three choruses were a little bit different, so I'm still figuring that part out. Well, thank you guys. I'm still going after the food. I'm still going after the animal, and I'm still going after something I've never done. So we'll maybe, I don't know, maybe in a month or maybe a week or maybe 2 days, I'll figure I'm just keeping the document open and staring. All I did was they just a little bit at a time, you know, just add a little something. And so thank you for listening, guys. Really appreciate it. First 3 songs of 2022.
All right,